Today we're going to be talking about offering behaviors, and this piece is something that I hold really close to my heart, and it's something that is the whole foundation to my training in teaching dogs behaviors. I don't believe that we are actually teaching our dogs how to sit or how to lay down or how to stay or how to go to their bed, because our dogs are born knowing this. So what we're doing in this whole concept is saying the behaviors that your dog knows, now I want to put a word to it so I can ask them to do it when I need them to do it. So I keep that in your mind as we're working on offering behaviors. This first week of training is about not talking to your dog, but showing them all the behaviors that they already know that make you happy. So if jumping makes you happy, then you're going to reward for it, but I bet jumping isn't a favorite, so don't reward for the jumping. But if they jump, you just don't reward for it, you withhold the treats. So this week is about treats, lots of treats, and so you may want to watch your dog's calories if you're battling some weight things, train with during their meal times, or train with their food and decrease their kibble during meal time. So just be aware that this week is a lot of food reward, and you don't want to get your dog chubby. So pay attention to that. Lots of food, and then we'll phase off of food as you go through more of the series if you choose to do so. So offering behaviors is about not giving commands, but rewarding and teaching and showing your dog what gets the reward or what gets the food. So I've got Taz here. He's a 7-month-old Australian Shepherd. And we're going to teach all about offering behaviors, and it happens fairly quickly in the big scheme of things of training. And a fun fact is once I do this with any dog, as soon as they see me, they start offering behavior. So it's super fun. It's a great way to teach manners. It's a great way to build confidence. And it's a great way, and it's a great bridge into the obedience part of it all, as far as asking for those commands. So I'm going to say to cute Taz here, I have food, and I have food to offer you, and when you put your bum on the ground, I'm going to give you a treat. And I like to use little treats. He hasn't ever had these treats, but they're kind of chewy and kind of crunchy, so it doesn't really matter what you use. And I like to do this exercise, anything I'm teaching a dog, I like to do it 3 times. Anytime you're teaching them something new, you want to have them do it 3 times to get the reward 3 times. Very nice. I can praise, I can smile, but you cannot give the sit command. That's nice. This dog, I've actually never gone through offering behaviors with him, and that sometimes will happen, and there's our jump. But he has a strong desire to please and work, and he really likes to work. And so he's already trying things, and some of you may have dogs like that are just like, oh, I know it all, or you've gone through some training and they offer it. So you're going to see, several different scenarios. If you have a dog that's not as willing or doesn't have a strong desire to please you, then they're not going to get all silly and throwing stuff in there and trying different things. And but sometimes they're just problem solvers, and they're like, ooh, let's try this and let's see if this works. And here's your jumping. He's like, oh, let's see if this works. So just be aware of that piece, that sometimes they'll just do stuff and it's good and it's happy, and I don't treat for those until I'm working in it, but I do praise and I like it. That's very nice things. So when I'm teaching, now I'm moving on to down. This is all one training session. I'm moving into down, but no command, just the behavior itself. So again, he made contact with me. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm just withholding. I'm holding the reward, okay? So I'm going to show 3 times, and he's going to get this. It's super funny that he's doing it. But I always want to start from a standing position, and I don't want them becoming into a sit. So We'll just try this again. I want him to not put his bum on the ground. So that means my treat's too high, and that's why he keeps sitting. So I'll drop my, there you go. Good, and I treat. And I'm gonna move around. He's standing. And the only reason why I don't want to sit is because I want to be really clear when I give the command that the dog is clear of what I'm asking. Sometimes we get into asking our dogs to sit and then down, and then all of a sudden our sits become down or our downs become sit because you've blended them together. So I like to be clear. Once I feel like my dog is on a good path with this, then I'm gonna not be down here and holding and getting, I'm gonna just bend over. Good. Take it, good. Good. I wanna make sure elbows are down so I'm not rewarding a half. Then I'm going to just hold my hand down. Good, good. Thank you. Always treat in the behavior that you're asking for. Make sure if they pop up that you withhold food because you don't want to reward the pop up. So I'm going to position myself a little bit and see if you can see. Good, good, good. Thank you. See how he popped up? I'm just going to withhold that food. Good. Thank you. And I'm slow and I'm, I don't want to just, get the food in his mouth. That's not the goal. So slow down and make sure that he's committed to the actual behavior itself. Good. Very good. Thanks. Good. 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 That's nice. Thank you. So I'm going to just wait for him to commit to this a little bit. Thank you. Good. So he's just working right now. He's not thinking about what this is about. You're doing good. You're doing good. That's a good boy. Thank you. Good. I always want him to be successful, but success is not about getting the treat in their mouth. Success is about pairing the behavior with the food. Good. That's good. Good. Thank you. Thank you. There was a bit more of a commitment there. If you've kind of seen him tipping his head like, I'm down. And so I want to make sure that I acknowledge that down. Good. Wow, that's nice. Good. Very good. Thanks. Very nice. When you have a dog that's a problem solver and a dog that's really willing to work and please and try things, it can be super fun to just see what they try. And I believe that offering behaviors brings out a lot of personality and a lot of style in your dog. And they kind of tell you who they are when it comes to their learning skills and the way they learn. Every dog to me is absolutely brilliant, and they all have their own learning style. So just because your dog takes a little bit longer to get these doesn't mean that they're dumb. It doesn't mean that one's smarter than another. It just simply means that their learning style is this, and it's quiet and calm and real methodical, versus a dog that's doing this constantly. So There's different styles, and play with it, have fun with it, and appreciate what they're giving you, because it's pretty incredible. So a few things with offering behaviors that I like to that I like to do with my dogs is walk around the house with a handful of treats. And where would I want my dog to sit? Maybe at the door. So we work on them offering a sit at the door in that picture, so they're seeing the door. Oh, I sit at the door. And so you don't have to tell your dog what to do all the time. And that little piece of offering behaviors turns into house manners. And he's learning that jumping doesn't get anything. I'm not turning my back. I'm not ignoring it. I'm withholding food. And so he's learning that it's better to do something else to get the reward instead of jumping and being pushy. So pay attention to those places that you want manners. And if I want the manners at maybe when I sit down at my desk, then maybe I'm going to sit at my desk and work on some of this stuff, and it'll take longer for me to give him treats. So I'm building duration by building in the time that it takes for me to give food to him. So he's trying different things here. He's working at things. He's like, what about this position? I was over here last time. So you can see where they think in pictures where I rewarded him over here. And so he's like, oh, this is a place that I got rewarded. It would be the same thing at the front door. It would be the same thing when you sit down at your desk, is when you reward those behaviors, they start working on doing that. And then I'm working and he's laying here, and so I'm just going to randomize when I give him food and when I give him treats. And so working in pictures and working on the places that you want your dog to do certain things is really important. If you want your dog to go on a bed, then you would have them offer it and do that piece to it and show that. So we're going to get into a dog going to their bed and offering that behavior so that we can do it when the time is right. It's just not in this series. We're doing obedience, and our obedience piece is not going to your bed. That's part of the whole offering behavior series. So if you want to get into that, you can go ahead and watch that series as well. Sit and down and stay, which he's offering right now, is some key points. We're now going to get into offering a heel position, which it does not matter if it's left or right. It's a position that we ask our dogs when we give a heel command that they get into. So I'm going to do it in an offering behavior way so that when we get into the actual commands, that he understands where I like him to be. Again, offering behaviors, no words. I'm going to show him that I want him to my left side, and I want him to offer me a sit, and this is my heel position. And I'm going to give him and show him. You can do it moving, and you can do it standing still. Thank you. I'm going to get him up front. I'm going to look over here to this side and see if he can offer it. I'm going to look at him. Thank you, that's good. Always appreciate what they have to offer. Good boy. That's good. That's very good. That's nice. Yep, that's good. And I'm just watching him out of my, yes, that's close. Good, good. You can see how praise gets your dog to do more. I'm not throwing a party. I'm not getting overly excited. I'm just saying, like, gosh, that's good. I like that. That's good. And they're like, oh, how about this? How about that? Let's get into this. And so they'll start trying different things if you'll praise them. Don't throw a party. It's not like, yes, good boy, I love it, that's nice. Can you see what that gets you? Versus, I really want you at my side, and that's really good. I like it when you're there. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. That's good. Good boy. Yeah, so good. Yes, that's very good. And that literally is just out of praise. So then you can see how we can start transitioning off of food and get into are asking and praising when they do it, that it becomes the same thing. So remember to praise, remember to talk to your dog, remember to smile at your dog, and have some fun. When they've got stuff to do, play with them and enjoy it. So we've got to sit, we've got to down, we've got to stay, right here we have a stay that's happening. We don't have a come, but we have connection. That is the first steps of come. And we've got our heel, all offered behaviors. Good, good. That's very good. Thank you. That's good. Close. That's good. Can you give me a little bit more? Yeah, that's good. Good boy. Good boy. Good, good. You got it. You got it. Yeah, good. You got it. You got it. Good, 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 good. Thank you. Thank you. That's better. Yeah, I like that a little bit better. Remember, with offering behaviors, don't withhold food for good behavior. It is a big treat thing. You can use kibble. You can use whatever treat you want that sits good on your dog's belly. And watch your calories if you need to. Puppies, I don't really worry about that too much as I do with the adult dogs. And this is not about giving commands. It's about showing them by using food to get the behaviors that we want, so that we can start asking for things when the time is right.